Hey, sweeties, have I got a good one for you today? We're talking about the NinjaFoodi SMART countertop double oven. Two separate ovens in one unit. This is the 12-in-1. It's got a rapid cook oven on the top and an air fryer oven on the bottom. And I made a full dinner with dessert in this last night. Baked some tasty oatmeal cookies and had the tender, juicy salmon. I made a glaze, some barbecue sauce, a little soy sauce, and roasted some vegetables, zucchini, and red peppers. Full dinner in this unit. Let me tell you all about it. But first, please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell. And now let's get into this new NinjaFoodi 12-in-1 SMART countertop double oven. My daughter whipped up the oatmeal cookie recipe for me with the Ninja Power Mixer system, and she used the oatmeal cookie recipe from the Ninja Power Mixer system cookbook. Ninja cookbooks have really reliable recipes. I've been happy with them as I've made them, and I'll put the recipe in the description box so you can get that. But the Ninja Power System, we'll do a full review on that soon. It worked really well for this recipe. We got our softened butter, white sugar, brown sugar, our eggs, and it mixes that up all really well. And the only place where it starts to struggle a little bit is when we add in the oatmeal and the craisins, when the dough starts getting really, really thick. It did just had a little bit of trouble with it, but once it got going, you got to take it slow so you don't have, flour and butter all over the place. But once it got going with the oatmeal and the raisins, it worked pretty well. So you got to take your time with it. But all in all, I'm happy with the way that it works. So a full review coming on the Ninja Power Mixer system real soon. She scooped out those cookies and let them chill in the refrigerator while we got on to making the rest of the meal. So I just went into the fridge and say, what do we got in here? We had some zucchini, chopped those up. I had just about 2 zucchini that I cut in half and then cut into these little, what do you call that? Like a half moon shape, sort of, something like that. Chopped those up, and then I had a red bell pepper and chop that up as well. And some broccoli would have been really, really good in this, or maybe some onion would have been tasty. But you know what, you got to use what you got, and this is what I had. So zucchini and red bell peppers, and chop them up in fairly small so that they cook quickly along with the salmon. Our salmon is not going to take very long to cook at all, so we want to make sure that our vegetables are cut pretty small. I'll season our vegetables with a little kosher salt, some fresh cracked black pepper, and a little bit of granulated garlic and some red pepper flakes. And then I drizzle a little bit of avocado oil, just about a teaspoon or 2. Avocado oil has a high smoke point, so it doesn't burn. Now onto our salmon. We have our salmon fillets with the skin on, seasoned with, again, a little kosher salt, not too much because we're going to use some less sodium soy sauce in our glaze later, some fresh cracked black pepper, a little granulated garlic, and a little bit of granulated ginger, and sprinkle that on both sides of the fish. We want to make sure the skin side is seasoned as well, and I like to cook it with the skin on. I like the salmon skin. More avocado oil, and we're just going to rub that all in together. Let's preheat the double oven. We're going to press power and then top to set the temperature on the top. We go to bake, press temperature, and use the knob to turn the temperature to 325 degrees. Then we press time, and we use the knob again to set our time. We'll set it for 12 minutes and press time again. Now we'll set our bottom oven, and this is just to preheat because we're using the temperature probe later, so that's going to change things a bit. But I want our oven to be hot when we put our food in there. So you press the temperature to set the temperature and turn the knob, and we'll press the time and turn the knob to press the time. But since we're using the thermometer, the time is not going to matter because the oven will figure that time out for us. And let's pop those veggies in there so they can get a head start, because they take a little longer to cook than our fish. Our sheet pan is already in there preheating for the salmon. Our temperature probe is stored on the side of the oven in a little magnetic case, and there's a little port where you plug it in. So you take your temperature probe and you insert it into the thickest part of your meat, your fish, or whatever you're cooking. Our top oven is hot. It's reached 325 degrees. We'll press this little button here so we can open the top oven only. We've got our cookies on the other sheet pan that comes with the double oven. It comes with 2 sheet pans, 2 racks, and the sheet pans sit on top of the racks. The other sheet pan has been in the bottom oven preheating, and now we can put our seasoned salmon fillets on top of that hot sheet pan, and that just helps for the skin side of the salmon to get nice and crispy on the preheated pan, because I do like a little bit of crispiness on the salmon skin. And let's show the probe again. We'll put the probe into one of our salmon fillets, and you just insert it to the largest part of the thickest part of that salmon fillet, and it's going to read the temperature for us as it cooks. Since we're using the temperature probe, we're going to plug that jack into the port on the side, or it says plug in. You can set your temperature. We already had it set for 400, but we set our temperature, and then we press presets, and we can turn the knob to go from beef to chicken to pork to fish. And we're doing small fish because we're using fish fillets. And then you turn the temperature to how well done, medium, rare you want your fish. We're going to go to 140, and it's going to start cooking. We'll whip up a quick little glaze for our salmon with some gochujang, which is a Korean spicy chili paste, a hot chili paste. It's so darn tasty. If you don't have gochujang, you can use sriracha. You can use hot sauce if you want. We have some sweet barbecue sauce and a little bit of less sodium soy sauce, and mix that up for a really fast glaze. Let's take a look at our temperature on our fish. The internal temperature of our fish is 60 degrees, but we have it set for 140 degrees, and the oven monitors that for us. Ooh, look at that fish sizzling. One of my favorite sights. We've got our vegetables in the air fry basket above that, and in the top oven, our cookies are baking. A full dinner is cooking away. The time is up for our cookies. Let's check on them and see if they're done to our liking. We press that little button to open the top oven only as the rest of our food in the bottom oven continues to cook. It's a little awkward from this angle trying to take the cookie pan out, but let's take a look at that. They look good. They're a little bit blonde though. Let's go back into the top oven, I think, for maybe another 2 minutes. We don't want raw cookies. We want them to be a little bit more baked. So we'll add 2 more minutes to the top oven. So we press top and we press time, and we set the time to 2 more minutes, and we'll let that go. It says preheat, but it's not going to take too long to preheat since it's already hot. Our cookies are done for real now, so we'll put that to the side, and now it's time to check our fish, because we can see it's at 139 now, and it just hit 140, so it just goes to end, and we can pull our fish out of the oven. And you can set this to 130 degrees if you like it a little less cooked. Set it to 50 degrees. If you like it a little more cooked, we're going to go with 140. Now let's brush our glaze on top of our salmon. And this glaze, or on top and on the sides, is a little sweet. It's a little bit hot, but it's a lot delicious. And just a thin coating on the top and the sides. And then we're going to run this under the broiler. Now that our cookies are out of the top oven is free. That's where the broiler is. And we will broil it on high just for a minute or two. Keep an eye on it because that broiler, it does its job, and you can overcook or burn things real fast. So keep an eye on that broiler, and you can see it glowing red hot right there. Our veggies, we just left them in until we're ready to serve. Look at that. I think that broiler did a great job. We'll sprinkle a little sesame seed on top of our fish. Our veggies are ready to go. I wish I'd had even more veggies in the fridge to load up this rack. So tasty. Get our cookies plated up. And this plate was made by one of my favorite Girl Scouts, Marissa. Thanks, Marissa. That's it. Dinner is done. Full dinner. Our salmon perfectly cooked. Our cookies nicely baked. Fresh baked cookies. You can't beat that. And our vegetables air roasted. All in that NinjaFoodi double countertop oven with FlexDoor, a full rapid cook oven on the top, and an air fry oven on the bottom. Remember, the air fryer part is on the bottom. The top doesn't have a fan. So you do your toasting, your broiling on the top, and your air fry dehydration on that bottom oven. And it works pretty well. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. Well, what did you think about that, sweeties? Full dinner. Oatmeal cookies in the top. Salmon in the bottom. Vegetables in the bottom oven. The vegetables came out great. I'm so happy with the way that it came out. So I'm impressed by the unit. And no, my oatmeal cookies did not taste like salmon. So I'm going to keep working with it. I'm going to keep showing you different recipes, and we'll see how this performs and if it's the right unit for you. Please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell, and y'all have a delicious day. Bye.